First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release. This will be incomplete.
This defense is certainly playing well so far in this game. The coverage has been tight. They're just about every throw. Forced the few here so far in this game. And now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you get the defense back on its heels.
And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and It's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now this one complete on the slant route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry by Jones. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during my meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And they will score. Pick 6 for Bears touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will score a pick 6 for Bears touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he was playing in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on third. Goff. And that will be incomplete as well.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up incomplete.
Good clean play. No plays to of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. On the return, Hardy. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's gone. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route,
Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 31-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Hand off left side, Pierce. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Goff. Smith catches left side. Touchdown! Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now back to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Well, that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Goff.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Again, it's Mills.
Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And Pierce gets it again on second down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Here's Goff.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Mills. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Mullins. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mills again. And Mills is intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme some.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Following the fumble recovery, Mills. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's got room. And all the way down to the 26. 119 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
George Pickens, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Goff now looks to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are right. This football game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills can't get away, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st down, Mills. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Mills to throw it. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 47 yards. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Mills going to throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, it's still down 10.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Bears 27, Texans 24.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, Parker. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Give left side for Pierce. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, check! Check, contact, check, contact!
On On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dominique Robinson able to drop it that time for his second sack of the evening. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Chicago, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.